The Vice President-elect Shettima has spoken about the Muslim ticket. Welcome to Into Nigeria News. We will bring you information and news. Please like, share, subscribe and be part of this platform as we give you the full details. Vice President-elect Shettima has spoken about the Muslim ticket. Let's watch this video that I bring before you. Let's listen to what he has to say.
And the translation by Dr. Muhammad. My wife, who was conspicuously omitted in the protocol list, the SO of Nupe and other royal fathers present here, members of the Federal Executive Council, members of the National Assembly, the Murshid of the National Mosque and the leadership of the National Mosque, our sisters in Islam, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to stand before you and represent my principal, Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I want to first of all pay tribute to His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, the face of moderation in Nigerian leadership, who has crisscrossed the length and breadth of this nation, preaching the virtues of togetherness, of tolerance, and of justice to all. Your Excellencies, Your Eminent distinguished ladies and gentlemen, his forefather, Othman Dampodio, said, "A society can thrive on unbelief, but no society can thrive on injustice." Justice is the cornerstone of leadership. As rightly captured by Professor Galadanchi in his very remarkable speech, when he quoted from Surah Al-Hujurat, verse 13, where Allah said, "We created you, O mankind, we created you from a single pair of a male and a female, and made you into nations and tribes so that you understand each other, not that you despise one another. The best of you in the sight of Allah is he who is the most righteous." And he went down memory lane from the advent of Islam, where the Prophet of Islam advocated for justice, equity, and fairness. Some of his closest disciples, Salman al-Farisi, Suhaib al-Rumi, Bilal, were not Arabs. And just on the 22nd of May this year, the first Saudi Arabian, the first Muslim woman to go to the space, into the International Space Center, was Rayana al-Barnawi, clearly indicating her descent. Barnawi, wherever you hear, means that person is from Borno. And locally, the Borno identity is a multi-ethnic identity. A Babar man is a Barnawi, a Margi man is a Barnawi, a Plata Borno is a Barnawi, so also is a Kanuri man. So His Eminence, who has Plata Borno blood in his veins, can be rightly, we should also add al-Barnawi to His Eminence name. Abraham Lincoln said, "Most men can survive the extremes of adversity, but to test a man's true character," he said, "give him power." And here we have Professor Ishaq Oloyede. He's one gentleman that I have never gotten tired of celebrating. Although we may have some differences in opinion, but that does not becloud the fact that for 40 years, for 40 solid years, the organization that he is heading now generated only 55 billion naira in 40 years, averaging 1 billion naira, 1.2 billion naira per annum. In his first year as the registrar of JAM, he brought to the national coffers 7.8 billion naira as revenue. This is a true reflection of Islamic leadership. And power is the most ephemeral of Allah's gifts to humanity. We are what we are, not because of our pedigree. The Sultan of Sokoto is a direct descendant of Othman bin Fodio. We are here, we are leaders, not because of our intellect. Professor Galadanchi is a professor of robotics. Neither Kashim Shettima nor Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu holds any PhD degree. We are what we are, not because of our physical prowess, no. Ismail seated here can maul me to pieces. We are what we are, not because of our political sagacity. There are better politicians. Senator Abubakar Kyari was a member of the House of Reps when I was hitting the banking floor as a bank manager. So, Your Eminence, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, power to us shall be a humbling experience. It's an opportunity to serve God and humanity. And whether we accept it or not, we are going to spend more years of our lives outside power than in power. So inshallah, Ashwaju is a peer-minded leader. Ashwaju will do justice to all Nigerians, irrespective of differences in political affiliations, religious persuasions, tribal or sectional background. We are all united by our common heritage of poverty, destitution, and insecurity. This is the time for all of us to coalesce into a single force. According to Conperi, a global consultancy outfit, there will be an 85 million global talent deficit by 2030. Nigeria is in a pole position to take advantage of this talent deficit because of our high internet penetration index, because of our youthful population, because of our proximity to Europe, and because of our proficiency in English language. India last year earned $135 billion from global outsourcing. How much did we earn as an oil-producing nation? Not more than $30 billion. So ours is a great nation that is waiting to unleash its full potential to the world. China was once described as a sleeping giant. China had woken up. Nigeria needs to wake up. Inshallah, we are calling on all of you to pray for us, for Allah's guidance, for wisdom, and for protection. I want to reassure you that Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will hit the ground running from day one. Inshallah. Because we do not actually have the luxury of time. The challenges facing us are humongous. As the Chinese will say, the worst cause that a Chinese man may wish for you is for you to live in interesting times. And indeed, we are living in interesting times. But be rest assured that in the fullness of time, Nigerians will come to pay glowing tributes to Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The starting point might not be rosy. Let me be very honest with you. The oil subsidy has become an albatross around our neck. The multiple exchange rate system is a drain on the national economy and creating a dual economic system. There are certain decisions that the President, the new administration will inshallah take. But Your Excellencies, Your Eminence, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in the fullness of time, Nigerians will come not only to appreciate, but also to celebrate us. To my sisters, be rest assured that you will be well represented in the incoming administration. Not only to be well represented, but you will be well compensated. Thank you so much. May God bless us all. May God unite our nation. May God bring peace, development, and prosperity to our nation. There can never be peace without development, and there can never be development without peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh ta'ala.